Yo, what's up? It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with a long, honestly overdue video. It's been a good minute since we've done some like deep dive into the current astrology shit. I think we need it. I have the bandwidth. I fucking finally got Sagittarius season 2025 out of me. I'm feeling way more confident about y'all getting Capricorn season. Granted, I am going out of town with my boyfriend's family for Christmas, and um, so yeah, I will get to everything as I get to it, and we're smoking. Yeah, hydrate, light it if you need it. The sun, as I'm filming this, the sun is at 1 degree Capricorn, and we're 1 minute in. Well, what I really want to talk about, I wrote specific happenings, specific transits going that went down. Um, Saturn went direct at 25 degrees Pisces, and I want to hit you with the handy dandy because then Neptune went direct at 29 degrees Pisces. Saturn, time, structure, discipline, karma. Neptune is mysticism, enlightenment, dreams, not the dreams that you dream at night, like your visions for your soul's visions. Um, I want to talk about Venus going into Capricorn. Well, let's talk about Venus and Sagittarius. Okay, anyway, I want to start with, I see. Okay, here we go. So Saturn is closing out a major cycle. Like this is an end of an era for Saturn. So this is a big time end of an era for people with Capricorn and Aquarius placements. Um, Saturn has been in Pisces for the last 2.5, 3 years, went into Aries for a little bit, retrograded, went back into Saturn, where he currently is. A couple of, I want to say like a week ago or so, he went direct, and he's still at 25 degrees Pisces right now. And Elias I got to hit you with the handy dandy. Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale. And his description of the 25th degree of Pisces is people and animals frightened during an eclipse. Going deep and going far, yet emotionally afraid and bereft. Impelled by great force of being to carry on with destiny strides forward. You are periodically swamped by onslaughts of everything feared coming true, being certain and being terrorized. The exquisite gift of pulling yourself through the enactment of personal, collective, and ancestral nightmares. You feel a consecration to what is coming into being on the expanded horizon, and a warrior's courage in always going back and grappling with the lingering shadows. A mission that cannot be refused, and a sense of purpose that defies its own collapse and rises from the ashes repeatedly in the name of the Most High. That felt like a whole word. Damn, my eyes are blurry after reading that. That was crazy. Okay, so Saturn goes direct. Going from retrogrades are a period of reflection. That's when you reevaluate all the themes that a planet governs. So, Saturn, time, karma, discipline, structure. Saturn is a planet that ensures if you do the hard work, there will be a reward. Saturn is a planet of competence. Saturn is a planet of confidence, also. Saturn is a planet of career and striving and ambition and will and government and people and animals frightened during an eclipse. He goes direct at the point in the sky that reverberates this energy of what I'm reading, essentially. And going deep and going far, yet emotionally afraid and bereft. Impelled by great force of being to carry on with destiny strides forward. You are periodically swamped by onslaughts of everything feared coming true, being certain and being terrorized. And so there's something there around, like we've been talking about, falling in love with the unknown. But there is a certainty with Saturn that a lot of you have felt the dark night of the soul. A lot of you felt it coming. A lot of you know what has ended. A lot of you know what 2025 is taking with it. And I just feel like there's something about, I hear like a total eclipse of the heart. There's something about like we are being introduced to structure and a new rate. What's going on here with Saturn direct in Pisces at 25 degrees? What's the lesson here that Papa Saturn is trying to teach us? What's the lesson here with this Saturn direct at welcoming in my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, Holy Spirit, most useful, helpful, divinely aligned messages for this reading we are doing today. Thank you. All right. Ooh, even Saturn was like, there's when I just asked for Saturn, I got pray. Like there's an order for things. There's something about, creating the environment. I want to create a vibration, a vibe, an environment where the divine is comfortable dwelling. So that's why I use sound to clear out. I try to really keep my space like cute and tidy and in place. That's why purging is so important. I'm still in the midst of a purge. What is on this side of the room is really, really cute. What's on the other side of the room, Saturn is still working on me, and so just know that you are a work in progress, and that's okay. You will always be a work in progress. That's the whole fucking point. Concept of a finish line is an illusion. And I want to see, what is Saturn going direct in Pisces at 25 degrees Pisces? Ooh, Hangman reverse. This is Pisces energy. The Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It's like the divine wanted you to understand that just because everything looked like it was falling apart, don't you trust now it's a rebuild? So don't you know now not to trust what it is that you see? Don't you understand now not to live your life by the theory that seeing is believing? What the bad stuff that has happened for you, the stuff that has got you or has had you strung up, that got you caught up, it all ended up amounting into some big aha moment, some huge awareness that came in. It created a new vision that put you in the position to make new decisions, to choose you, to choose yourself, to choose the dream, to choose the vision. Neptune and Saturn hanging out in this area for so long, this is Neptune, and this is like Saturnian, if anything. There's something about when life was upside down, the insight that came in, the understanding now of where your life is going. There's something about trusting the hindsight, trusting in the divine, trusting in what it is you believe in, trusting in yourself, trusting that you're constantly developing your subconscious mind. You're always developing your conscious mind. Please clarify the Hangman reverse. I just feel like the divine is trying to help us understand the power of illusions. It's like, this is why I can't let you see everything that you want to see all the fucking time, because then the lesson doesn't get learned. It doesn't get cemented in the way that it would if you knew everything. Even as a seer myself, like God be out here surprising me on the daily, on the hourly, y'all. So let's not play ourselves trying to like constantly figure everything out. That Virgo Pisces axis has, that's the reason. It needed to hit Saturn going direct at Pisces, needed to activate the 25th degree of Pisces and the 25th degree of Virgo. It needed to hit that activation point. So you would so that you would learn to fall in love with silence, with stillness, with growth, with ambition, with knowledge, falling in love with your energy, falling in love with aspiring to new heights, aspiring for, cultivating new hopes, new wishes, new dreams. There were some really dark, lonely times that have birthed some really important qualities and attributes inside of you. And I feel like that's what Saturn is trying to say. Yo, I'm trying to get you wise. And wisdom doesn't come from a mamby-pamby, happy-go-lucky, everything is perfect all the time kind of life. Some of you a lot of us came into this life and asked God for wisdom, asked us to we want to be wise of all things. We want to be knowledgeable of all things. You got to know pain, a lot of pain. You have to experience a lot of suffering and see a lot of other people's suffering to acquire that level of wisdom. So in some sort of way, I feel like Saturn and Pisces is like, yeah, you asked for this level of mastery. You asked for this level of awareness and consciousness. And in order for you to get masterful, I had to give you chaos so you could learn how to transmute that chaos into order. And the chaos has generated a whole new blueprint. That chaos has attracted a whole new soul family, whole new visions, whole new timelines, whole new collaborations. Please clarify the Three of Pentacles. This has been a whole ass rebirth. And I feel like the Saturn direct in Pisces has given you the hindsight that you need so that you can be bold now. Okay. All right. Now, Neptune went direct at 29 degrees Pisces. That is the anaretic degree, the final degree of Pisces. He is still there. Neptune, Poseidon is still there. This one's longer. So Elias Lonsdale's description of the 29th degree of Pisces is a Balinese dancer wearing elaborate gold costumes. Scintillating performance. Learning by heart all of the ways to perfect the earth dance, elaborately and ritualistically devising and setting up cycles, projects, programs, and trainings to master skills, to develop missing areas, and to make up for what are felt to be gaps and gaping holes. Remedial practice, going back to go forward, relentlessly pursuing perfection. You are granted a sensibility that knows and can recognize anywhere the real thing, the fulfilled prototype. Tyrannically beset by the need to embody that archetype no matter what, putting yourself through hell to make it happen. No sacrifice is too great. A virtual masochism of submission to programs, trials, and cycles, trancing out on discipline and constraint. Yet you are ultimately inspired and infused with a marvelous and even a spectacular self witnessing capacity and self reinventing skill that does work if you stay with it forever and refuse to hear anything less, no matter how crazy it momentarily seems. Bruh, Neptune is ushering in the fucking upside down, ultimately. Ushering in the upside down. Two of Pentacles. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. I feel like I didn't even ask for this, but I just said ushering in, and I see the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It's like Saturn has helped you till the land. Saturn in Pisces has helped you get the moisture, dirt, soil ratio perfect. Neptune direct in Pisces is like, has brought in the perfect water levels for your soil. God bringing in the seed. I feel like the seed already been planted. Neptune direct at 29 degrees Pisces. What's the message there? Some of us, that was a big activation point for you as well. Your spiritual gifts that you've already been working on enhancing are going to surprise you. You got to be knowing shit. Neptune direct at 29 degrees Pisces. What do you have to say? The Tower. The Seven of Swords. There was a mindset, a thought process. There was a favoring of logic that has ushered in enough chaos. I feel like the divine Neptune direct at Pisces is breaking all illusions, all outdated like mindsets. It's bringing this shit up to the surface. It's giving you the opportunity to really talk about things, to heal things, to stop stealing from yourself. Neptune direct in Pisces is giving you the opportunity to put your defenses down, to no longer be willfully blind, to be willing to see everything and everyone for as they truly are, and to still extend love and grace, to see the humanity. After so much time rejecting yourself, so much time looking in the past, you've been guarded enough. And now Neptune direct in Pisces, this transit, all of it was meant to get you to understand. You got some powerful, powerful gifts that are developing. There are some talents, there are some skills that you are meant to develop, that the divine is going to be doing that. I feel like you're being more masterful with your emotions, more masterful in your spirituality, more masterful in your creativity, more masterful in your loving and your nurturing, and your ability to wade through the waters of your emotions and other people and guide them. You being able to be your capacity for emotion, your capacity for spirit has been expanded. I feel like some of us are Neptune direct in Pisces needed to break through some heavy, heavy illusions that were keeping you from really seeing the fullness of who you are and what you're here to do. And those illusions are still breaking. Those mindsets are still being ripped away. For some of you, this was a breaking that involved a person. Please clarify the Tower. Or involved a relationship. And there is still just so much introspection. Yeah, I feel like old fantasies. You're turning your back, turning away, starting to create an old fantasy. Some of you were putting way too much stock into some shit that was built off thoughts and prayers. And I feel like the divine has illuminated you to a very powerful truth, giving you the opportunity to hear and receive and extend very powerful truths that are setting you and other people free. Please clarify the Seven of Swords. that concept that you had to do it alone, or that you would be alone, or that you'd be solo poly, or that you'd be, independent, or that you'd be single forever. I just feel like that you would, that this is where you'd stay, this is how life is for you, and blah, blah, blah. I just feel like there's some sort of self-limiting belief or an inability to dream bigger, not letting yourself dream bigger. And the right people were brought in. Ace of Wands, the right opportunities, the right energy was brought in to get you back on your feet, to get you to see the ways that you have rejected yourself. Please clarify the Four of Cups. A new foundation in the realm of your spirit and your emotions have been established. High Priestess, I feel like through some painful introspection, you have developed your some of your spiritual gifts. It's so funny because some of you were in a relationship that tormented you, like, oh, like you were tormented because that person wouldn't text you back for hours, and you would go into like spirit mode, and you would be like remote viewing and shit on this motherfucker. There, some of you like don't realize that it was some chaos that activated some gifts for you. It was some fear, some anxiety, some insecurity that activated your High Priestess. And now you're going to learn how to develop it in a different way, you're going to learn different modalities. Intuition, Neptune direct at 29 degrees Pisces is really taking our intuition to another level. Hydrate. I feel like emotionally and spiritually, you're about to be swimming through depths you ain't never swam through before, especially if you have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups. Neptune direct in Pisces needed you developed in your spirituality, needed you to go through experiences so that you could articulate what it is that you believe and why, and really help others work out their healing and surrender as well. I just feel like Neptune and Pisces is like, hey, you asked for very specific dreams. You have been dreaming very specific dreams. You have very specific goals for your life. I need you to acquire these skills before you know what to do with this achievement. Again, the Ace of Pentacles coming out. All right. So Venus is in Sagittarius. She's at 27 degrees Sagittarius right now. I do want to pull a card on that. I mean, she's on her way out, but what is Venus in Sagittarius attracting in for us? I think I already asked that on TikTok. Excuse me, I already did that reading on TikTok. What does Venus in Sagittarius have to say? Seven of Pentacles. Have the audacity. This is Venus leaving Sagittarius and going into Capricorn, right? So I feel like she's telling you to have the audacity to be selective. Have the audacity to understand how expensive your fucking energy is. How what are the qualifications to come in contact with your energy? Have the audacity to raise your fucking standards. Have the audacity to add tax. Have the audacity to understand what's for you can't miss you. So if it's a no, it's a fucking no. Boldly Sagittarius style, like fuck you and your friends. He could get it, you could get it. No, you can't. Like Sagittarius, especially like 27 degrees Sagittarius person has no filter. That person doesn't give a fuck about having a filter unless money is involved. They probably don't have a filter or don't want one. They enjoy making other people crash out with their truth. And I just feel like there's some profound truth. Venus in Sagittarius wants you to know that in Venus in Capricorn, the fruit of your labor really comes in. And the ways that you were wrong, the divine is conspiring to make things right. I feel like you are going to actually add tax, like proverbially adding tax. You know how valuable you are. Some of you are moving towards like being in a deeper relationship, becoming someone's partner, someone's spouse, someone's mother, maybe. I just feel like there's all this like victorious progress that Venus is bringing in, because Neptune in Pisces and Pluto in Aquarius had the opportunity to clear a path. Illusions have been broken by Judgment's truth, by Pluto's truth, which that's the ugliest, the truest of the true. So Venus in Sagittarius is like, um, don't be afraid to slow down. Don't be afraid to rest. Don't be afraid to trust that God got you. Don't be afraid to like spend money. Don't be afraid to move forward. It's time to start really getting clear about the specifics around what you want to put your physical, spiritual, or sexual energy into, what you want to put your money, your time, your effort into. It's time to like figure out what you want to apply your willpower to. What do you need victory over? I feel like Venus in Sagittarius and going into Capricorn is really drawing you closer to prioritizing your physical body, indulging a bit, then moving forward and getting more disciplined and structured. I feel like it's okay for you to be a little lax during the holidays, as long as you're, eating well and being merry and with your friends and family, like, and surrounding yourself with people that, you actually fuck with. For some of you, that a lot of you, that's not your family. For a lot of you, your friends are your family. I'm one of those people, so I get it. Now, Venus in Sagittarius, what do we need to invest in? I just feel like Venus in Sagittarius, once, and Venus in Sagittarius and Venus in Capricorn is like you've worked for something, and I feel like you've worked for something, and you know that there is a result. You know that you will reap a reward. um I just feel like there's stuff around technology, there's stuff around ideas, mindsets. There's been a delay in your reward, or there's been a delay in progress, and I just feel like the divine is like, hey, it's not really a delay. I needed you to acquire these skills. I needed you to hear these truths. I needed you to build this relationship first. I needed you to get away from that fantasy, that lie, that liar, that charmer. For some of you, it was somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. Someone I feel like some of you had to go through mistruths to be able to like deduce what the truth feels like in your body. Like some of you now have that Scorpio skill where you can just like, that ain't it. That ain't all of it. I know something feels, uh, I just, okay. So I feel like Venus in Sagittarius is making it easier for you to trust that aspect of yourself, for you to understand that a balanced, healthy union is coming in with the Four of Wands. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles. Going from the 7 to the 6, I do feel like there's something about like leaning back on your laurels or laying back on your haunches, whatever that phrase is. Some of us have had some recovery, some recovery in regards to the mind, that I feel like a new friendship, a new relationship, you getting out of the house, you getting more active, you pursuing the things that you love will heal a lot of the heartbreak and disappointment that has come up during Venus and Sagittarius. The Empress, we're channeling Venus, and a Venus card comes out. So the Empress is Taurus energy, but Taurus is ruled by Venus. Please clarify the Empress. The Moon, again, I feel like Venus in Sagittarius and Venus in Capricorn are really pushing you into familiarizing yourself with your feminine energy. Ace of Cups reversed, the World reversed. It's like you need to make sure that regardless of you being single or in a relationship, you know how to fill your own cup. When things get wonky, you know what center feels like. And that is a luxury. Faith, wholehearted, full-bodied, I truly believe, I don't even let worry or doubt set in kind of faith is a luxury. It is a luxurious feeling and experience. Please clarify the Empress. Venus, what are you trying to say with the Empress out here? And I just feel like you're moving towards becoming the Empress, moving towards making more money and being more established in your career. This could be a raise coming in for some of you. This is like getting deeper or more notoriety in your job. Some of you have been burnt out on your job, and I feel like you get you have the opportunity, or some kind of opportunity comes in for you to put your defenses down and for you to start to heal. I feel like some of you are trying to get pregnant. Some of you want a long-term committed relationship, and the divine is really asking you to heal some of these abandonment wounds, Captain Save-A-Ho tendencies, and defense mechanisms first. Not that you need to be completely healed before you can be in a relationship. I just feel like the divine is like, no, I don't want you to take this with you. You know who you are. And I feel like you do the work, you will get victory over it. The Fool, you will like completely offload that emotional baggage. What does this victory look like? Please clarify the Chariot. Forward motion, the Eight of Wands. The pace is picking up, the desire for movement. Some of you are actually moving. Some of you, your career is like moving at a faster pace. Some of you, the physical, spiritual, sexual energy that you need to pursue new dreams and aspirations are coming in. Some of us are moving towards being self-made, and you did it without a degree, or you did it without, you know, without going the like traditional path. Some of you are like undercover teachers, like, you know, like you are mentors and you don't realize it. You are scholars and you don't realize it. You are advocates and you may not realize it. You know, there's just so many roles that I feel like you're playing that you don't realize. Like, you are very positively contributing to other people's lives in a way that you can't see. Now, Mars is at 5-degree Capricorn. Mars, do you have anything to say? The Nine of Wands with the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant reversed. Mars is pushing us towards establishing, like getting masterful in rest, getting masterful when it comes to giving your body the nutritional input it needs so it can give you the energetic output that you're asking of it. And I feel like some of you are learning how to end an internal war in the mind when it comes to self-care and you taking care of yourself. I feel like Mars in Capricorn is trying to get a lot of us sure-footed, steady, stable. So then you can leap, then you can move, then you can act, then you can climb, whatever it is. But I just feel like Mars in Capricorn is like, hey, things have been way too restrictive, way too much linear thinking. See all these lines? There's way too much restriction in the realm of the mind, which has restricted your outlook. And I feel like in Mars in Capricorn, the aha moment, Mercury coming into Capricorn, the aha moment is coming in around like what direction to go, what to close out, what not to do. There's this awareness that you're not as stuck, you're not as uncomfortable as you think you are. What is coming to light? Because I feel like there's something around Mars and Capricorn is bringing something to light. Like you didn't see what this is. You didn't previously see this thing. What's being revealed? The Eight of Wands, pace. Oh, that's the old card deck. Okay, what's coming in? What's being revealed? The Ten of Pentacles. Mars and Capricorn is not about to have you playing. I feel like what's coming in is this influx of clarity on what you're capable of. Some of y'all about to get money. Some of you are really like doing like a 180 when it comes to your self-worth. A 180 in regards to your health. Some of you literally like you can see better. You're about to start to see better. Some of you, this is visual, spiritual sight, being able to see into the spirit realm. Restricting your sight will help you see better in the spirit realm. Restricting your physical sight. I feel like what you can't see that's coming is notoriety, recognition, and money. Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. How does that materialize for us with Mars and Capricorn? This is like a turning point, a new cycle of luck, a transformation. Some of you are getting inheritance. Some of you have finally understand what to do with the inheritance. Some of you, there is somebody with Pisces, Sagittarius, or Scorpio placements, big time Scorpio placements. It's a big time soulmate energy that's coming in. Mars and Capricorn, I feel like has sped up a transformation or tied up the loose ends of a transformation so that you are ready for some sort of transformative receiving. Some of you are like, there's this whole new relationship to harmony, structure, discipline. Some of us are about to receive our destiny. Some of you are destined to be with this person that's coming in. And I feel like they're very much so on their way to you. Heavy on the Scorpio energy, Cancer, Pisces, maybe. But I just feel like there's Sagittarius, like I said. I also feel like there are some big lessons that are still being learned from this Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placement person. There's just Mars and Capricorn is going to bring in the proper adjustments that need to be made and make you aware of the proper adjustments that need to be made. Please clarify the Hierophant reverse. Some of y'all are really breaking the status quo, challenging the status quo. Mars and Capricorn is about to have you really getting back on your healthy habits because of you, not because you're trying to, not because you're trying to like get back at somebody or prove that, you know, I'm better off without you or something like that. I feel like you're starting to take care of you, starting to love you because of you. Now, I know that this is getting a little long, but I did have one more thing I wanted to ask about, which is Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, what do you have to say for us? 10 of Swords. I need you to make room. I need you to let this old Jupiter retrograde in Cancer is reprogramming your concept of abundance, reprogramming, or it's killing off that version of you that is lack and scarcity minded. That side of you that doesn't believe, that side of you that withheld, that hoards, that penny pinches. Jupiter retrograde in Cancer is like, hey, there is a rebirth in the realm of your mind when it comes to hope, optimism, and perspective, what to pursue, what is true, what is not true. Some of you are really shedding grief. Some of us are shedding our parents' money mindset, shedding who raised us. Like you are shedding their financial habits. Some of you, this financial thing that's going on, this is generational. This is ancestral. And I saw something today. I was like, some of your ancestors have been waiting on a motherfucker like you to like wake up, you know? And so Jupiter retrograde in Cancer is like, hey, I'm trying to I'm trying to give you something. I'm trying to, what do you want to give, Jupiter? Jupiter wants to give you your magic back, wants to give you options back again, wants to give you resources, power, a new start, abundance. It's like this has to happen first. Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. Cancer governs the past, the roots, home, mother, parents. It's like all of these very specific wounds that have contributed to very shitty programming are being like hard reset. Control Alt Delete. That's come up a lot. Control Alt Delete. There's just something there around like I no longer operate from that mentality, that mindset. I have so many options. There's so much pie out here. I can get myself a slice or two. Jupiter retrograde wants you to remember your magic and believe that you will not be able to grab this if you stay here. You have to let go. Scared money don't make money. And when you do, you step into King of Wands mode. It's beautiful. I just wanted to check in. We're still in the new moon phase. Mercury's 14 degrees Sagittarius. Like I said, Venus 27 degrees Sagittarius. Mars is currently 5 degrees Capricorn. Jupiter is retrograde at 22 degrees Cancer. Saturn is direct currently at 25 degrees Pisces. Uranus is still retrograde at 28 degrees Taurus. All right, Uranus. Let's see what Uranus has to say. That retrograde back into Pisces. I do feel like that Uranus retrograding back into Pisces is trying to shake up your relationship to your values or your understanding of your values. The father. Number 2, the father. Some of you are getting inheritance. Some of you are about to be as successful as your father was. Some of you are learning so much about what not to do from your father. I feel like a very specific seed has been planted in you. Uranus is growing a seed. It's putting you. Some of you have to tap into that divine masculine, divine fatherly energy to activate the abundance that's coming in. The Bardo, and then the ring came in. And I feel like there's this like liminal space that's happening that Uranus is the empty room. Wow. Uranus, I feel like we are learning how to make magic in small rooms, how to do something on a small scale before we're entrusted with the resources that we need to do it on a big scale. Some of us had to learn so much about ourselves in an empty room. Some of us, I feel like, are really Uranus retrograde in Taurus is helping us heal our relationship to neglect, helping us heal our experiences with neglect. Let's clarify the father. Why is the father out? It's interesting because the Empress is Taurus energy, and that's mother energy. So there's something about a balance, negative space, opposition. Things are not as black and white as you think that they are. Making decisions from accessing your logic and your intuition before you make a decision. The father. Let's clarify the father. Step up your self-care. So some of you, Uranus retrograde in Taurus is helping you learn how to self-parent. It's like some of us did not have the best examples when it came to self-care. And I feel like you're redefining self-care. You're redefining the concept of self-parenting. And you may be in this kind of limbo right now around it. You don't see the full picture, but you're starting to see the cycles, the rings. You're starting to see the loops, the pattern. Please clarify the ring. some of you, this shadow work, this inner work, this self-care, self-love work is coming in and happening. The lessons are coming in really hard because the divine is trying to bring you divine union. It's trying to bring you a partner. This is some of you, you want to get married. You want to be with your person. And the divine is trying to bring that. So do it now. Step up your self-care. Please clarify the empty room. I just feel like there's the empty room is also making me think like purge, clean out, clearing out a consciousness. Yes. Ten of Swords, Knight of Swords with this empty room. Some of you, it's like get that old faulty bullshit logic out of your head. Empty your room, empty your mind, let yourself let go of all those self-limiting beliefs, because this radical shift of the mind is coming in with the Knight of Swords, a new relationship to your psyche, a new understanding of your subconscious mind. Look closer at the qualifiers. Like you're looking closer at your roots. You've been doing this work. I feel like you will make strides before the new year, before 2026. This year, why the fuck would someone do shit like that? I feel like some of you are still like you're emptying out, you're releasing. Jupiter retrograde in Cancer was like, hey, you're still holding a grudge. Get rid of this. Empty out your room. Understand, like I say that all the time. In the name of the Most High, my house is occupied by the Holy Spirit. But there's something about emptying out fear, anxiety. What needs to be emptied out? What needs to be released? Parental wounds. It says, okay, but how would your parents have handled this? That's where this comes from. There are some parental wounds, and the father is out. And then this is part of your divine assignment. Tap into your divine masculine. Okay, Jupiter and Cancer, even though Cancer is the mother, Jupiter and Cancer is like, look at the father-mother dynamic as a whole. What cycles or habits have you perpetuated long enough? What have you broken free of? What do you need to give yourself a pat on the back about? The shaman on the bottom of the deck, I didn't even realize. The shaman, the healer, the sword, and the storm. Dibs on the band name. All of this is happening because you have very specific lessons to pass on to other people. Some of you are teachers, guiders, healers, shamans. Some of you are truth tellers. Some of you are magicians. Some of you are walking magic. And I just feel like the divine is like done a lot of preparing, because there's about to be a lot of activation in the year of the fire horse. I love you. We did it. You got this.